Hey, it's Kevin. Thanks for coming by for another Road Warrior video update. It's hard to believe here coming up in 4 days, 5 days, well, coming up on the 1st of November, my wife and I will be celebrating our 20th anniversary. 20 years as a married couple, almost, I think we're close to the 25-year mark as a couple. I have to look at the numbers and figure out the math. It's 24, it's 25, it's somewhere in there. But what's interesting to me, and we talk about this often, it's hard to believe when you look back at our life, and there's so much of it I remember, but then there's so much of it now that is just what I call become snapshots. Moments in time that you take like a mental snapshot, and there's an image that can remind you of that time, but you don't remember the actual incidents. As we were talking the other day, I mean, my grandmothers have all been gone for long. I mean, my grandmothers have been gone. I lost my last grandparent in 1972 when I was 11 years old. And the time I spent with my grandmother, we lived in central Illinois most of that time, lived in Wyoming part of it. She lived in Chicago or in southern Wisconsin. And I spent some time with her, but really everything is just about snapshots. Went and spent a summer with her, spent a month or so in summer, I don't even remember how long it was. And I just remember particular incidences. I don't remember particular conversations. I just remember playing with a yellow rubber ball against the garage in her backyard. I remember going with her to the dry cleaners where she worked a part-time job to kind of hang out for the day and just how hot it was. But I don't remember any of the people or any of the conversations or what was on TV. I remember going to Burger King for the first time with my grandmother and wanting a Whopper, and then not realizing years later that I didn't get a Whopper, I got a smaller hamburger, which was kind of funny in their own right. But it's funny how, like, as time goes on, our memories become snapshots. And, you know, our memory banks can handle snapshots, they can't handle videos, as I like to say. You can't necessarily remember conversations, you just remember moments in time, and you try to put it all together. And that's the thing that's interesting here as we enter 20 years. And again, it's not a lot. I was married almost 10 years with my first marriage. Got married young, so I mean, I've been married most of my life. And it's weird how you can't even compare the two marriages. I don't want to. I mean, they weren't bad. It was just they were different because they're different people. And you know, I can remember moments of sitting, you know, when my wife and I first started dating, we were sitting in a car in a Hooters parking lot having a deep discussion about whether we were going to keep going out because I'd been married and because, you know, she's Catholic and all. And it's like, you know, now it's just snapshots. Don't even remember the conversation. Don't remember the day of the week. Don't remember if we're in my car, in her car. It was after a concert, I think, but I don't even remember. Snapshots. Life's interesting that way. Hell, I'm just pleased we've gotten to 20 years. And not that we have a bad marriage, because we don't. We have a great marriage. We have an unconventional marriage, and my wife is my best friend. I would rather be with her than be with anybody else or be alone. And I don't even have to be doing anything. Just having her in the room makes me feel better about myself and about life. And knowing that I've got somebody there side by side with me to go through it all, who'll put up with my crap. And I think, hell, for any of us, that's a big deal. Yeah, 20 is pretty exciting. And just with all that's going on in the world right now, I think that's what scares me more. Yeah, we don't have kids. A choice by both of us. A choice we came into it not only separately but together. And I can't even imagine what having kids in this world would be like today. The things I think about. We get maudlin as we get older. Back next week, another Road Warrior video blog. KevinMason.us, a Road Warrior website. You can find out what's on my mind each and every week right there. We also throw these up on YouTube, throw them up on Facebook too. Again, I forget which day of the week go on which side. Wherever you found us this week, I say come on back again next week, because they're going to be there. We're not going to put them. We're not going to take them down from YouTube. We're not going to take them down from Facebook. They're going to be there forever. You can't avoid us. Well, at least till we stop doing them. And hell, that could happen anytime too. See you next week with another Road Warrior. Thanks.